Thank you for tuning in to Channel 5 News. I'm Samantha Smith, and I'm here with Erin Grewell.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. She's from Woodwell Wilson High School, and she is here to talk about her teaching and her students. What was your drive to make these students better?
Okay, so coming out of college, I didn't get an education job or a teaching job for about 2 years, so I was really down in the dumps. I was like, I'm never going to do my dream, I'm never going to be a teacher. And finally, Woodrow Wilson High School, they hired me on as a 10th grade teacher. And my first day, I was really reluctant with the students. I didn't know whether, they would be able to interact and get to know me. So I was, kind of reluctant. So I went in on the first day, and the students were just dead silent, and they looked at me and they wanted to know, who I was and why they had a new teacher. Well, I noticed how they weren't inspired and stuff by their homework and schoolwork, and so I had to figure out a way, to get them to love writing. So I talked about Anne Frank and the Holocaust, and they had no idea, what that was about, and they did not know anything about the Holocaust. I was so surprised. So we read Anne Frank's diary, the book, and then we decided to do our own diaries. And in the diary, we have an entry every day. They do either the past, in their lives, the present, or what they want to do in the future. And it really opened their eyes to writing, and they really love it now. So that's exactly what drove them to be the great students they are now.
That was really creative. Can you tell me the name that you guys gave yourselves and why?
Yes, it's really funny. We started to talk about the civil rights movement, and a student in my class was like, so they're called the Freedom Riders, why can't we be called the Freedom Writers, because we love to write? So that's the name that we have now, the Freedom Writers.
I heard you guys had a fundraiser. How did it go?
It was awesome. We actually did the Echoes of the Soul fundraiser, and it was to help us raise money we all wanted to take a trip to Washington, D.C. for the Holocaust Museum. I wanted to give them a chance to see all of the Holocaust things firsthand. So they were able, we raised over $3,000, enough money to get us all there to have 3 days in Washington, D.C. They were able to see the museum. It was perfect. It worked out great. So it just went really well.
How did the kids enjoy the trip?
Okay, I have never seen kids so inspired. When we walked into the museum, I just remember the look on everyone's faces. They were in awe of what had happened and how it actually happened. It was really great. They loved it. We want to go back, but we'll have to do another fundraiser.
That's awesome. What award did your classroom receive recently?
We actually received the award for our writing, and it was really cool because our journal and our diary just really inspired other teachers around me too to get involved and have them write about their thoughts and feelings. And one of the diaries we submitted, and we won the award, and now the students, I think they feel just accomplished that they can actually do that. So it was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How would you describe your class?
Okay, I love my class. The beginning of the year, I felt like I went home and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle the class. I didn't know whether I should, have been more strict or more lenient, because they just weren't ready to do work and they just didn't have any drive. But after this whole, experience together, we're like a family. These students are like my kids, and I love them dearly, and we are all so close. We don't want next year to come because they'll have a new teacher, but it's been a great year.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
And your class is so inspiring, and you are too.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.